Yep. Hello and welcome to an episode of Drinking the Kool-Aid. This is a comedy podcast dedicated to the mysterious. My name is Cassidy.
My name is Dr. Evil.
And this is my temporary co-host, Dr. Evil.
Sharks with freaking laser beams attached to them.
That's right. He's very, very serious. You're basically in drag. You know that, right?
Oh, I love that.
Amanda's like, it's better than ever. She even has her little cat, her little naked cat.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so so Dr. Evil, if you guys have never seen Austin Powers,
which if you haven't, you're probably too young to be listening to
I was gonna
this.
say you're definitely too young. Like if you come on.
You need to at least have gotten up to gold member.
At least. Come on. But he has a little Sphinx cat, like a naked cat. So I went on Amazon because I was like, oh, maybe I can get like a little naked cat to hold or whatever. I did not realize it was going to be that small.
It's the smallest little cat you've ever seen, but he's very cute, very accurate.
No, he's really cute.
Oh, man, we know some people with Sphinx cats. If only like we could have borrowed one.
Dude, my hairstylist has one. I should have asked her. His name is Sheldon.
Oh, Sheldon would have been up for
and
the
he wears
task.
sweaters.
Oh, my goodness.
That would have been cute as fuck.
That would have been really cute.
If I had a real one just in my lap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is my Sphinx cat. He's literally 2 inches tall.
Listen,
So,
it's drag. It's camp.
it's drag, baby. Now I'm like feeling myself. And Cassidy is in a very cute dirt bags.
I'm a dirt bag, and for anyone who doesn't know what that means, that's Long Beach, California. That's our college baseball team. They're called the Dirt Bags.
This can also be used multiple ways.
Yeah, well, I'm a dirt bag.
Exactly.
They're dirt bags.
Exactly.
They play dirt bags, like they hit the bag in baseball. So they're called the Dirt Bags. Everybody else is just beach, and their little logo is a shark, but the Dirt Bags keep dirt bags forever.
I love it.
And I had a really elaborate costume, but it is getting delivered to my house right now. So
We were
you'll see it
later
later.
tracking the Amazon driver.
We were tracking the Amazon driver because I was like, come on, baby, just get here by 2. Get here by 2. No luck. And unfortunately, whatever. It was also a villain, but she'll come out to play later this month. So it's okay.
I also have another villain-esque type of costume I could do. So
Okay, perfect. So we'll
Yeah.
do that together.
really the possibilities are endless.
I love it.
Yeah.
But now I have 2 waiting in the wings that are like official, real good costumes. This one was kind of thrown together. But I do love the dirt bags, and let the record show, you can clip this. My dream, my goal in life is to throw the first pitch at a dirt bags game.
Oh, we're clipping this and we're tagging them.
I love the dirt bags. I go every single year to as many games as I can, and I love them.
Cassidy, the local celebrity, throws the first pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, why not?
We're getting a minor league team here in Long Beach soon, and they're going to play in that same stadium.
Oh, wow.
And I'm really, really excited because that means it's going to be like double the baseball. And I just love like a cheap baseball game to like drink beer and eat peanuts. Like it's just fun. Like even like you would enjoy it. You
Yeah.
don't even like baseball. It's just fun to do.
No, I've gone to Angels games before. They're fun.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention, but they're fun.
Yeah. And like college and AAA are even more fun like that because it's like you can get invested in like random players and random teams. Like they're not celebrities, you know? So it's like really fun. I don't
Well,
know.
then I'm going to have like delusions that like somehow I'm going to be best friends with these people because they're not famous.
Oh,
and it's just gonna
I'm
be a whole
sorry.
thing,
There
you
was a
know?
player named Rocco Pepe that was on
Rocco Pepe.
that was on the Dirtbags a couple of years ago. I think he graduated 2 years ago, and me and my fiance were obsessed with him. We got so stoked every time he came up to bat because he was a swanger. So sometimes
Ooh.
he'd just like fucking hit crazy
You know
home
what?
runs.
You got to do what you got to do.
I just love local sports. I think they're almost more fun than national sports because it's just like a bunch of kids who are like going to be dentists one day or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I love that. It's like
Yeah.
something that I love about college
So
sports.
they're just like swanging.
they're swanging.
They just don't
man.
care.
They're having the time of their lives,
You know what?
and I'm having the time of my life.
I do need to go to one of these.
You do.
I think.
You should go with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you'd have fun. We'll feed you enough beer that you'll like it.
Oh, girl. That's all you have to tell me.
Come on, beer and bullying college men. What more is life about?
The 2 B's.
The 2 B's, beer and bullying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what else? What's another B? I feel like we need another
Beers, bullying, and
B. Butts, because they have nice butts.
butts. There you go.
Because baseball players are known that this is just me saying things, but they're known to have some pretty nice derrieres.
butts.
You know what I mean?
Good butts.
So beers, bullying, and butts. I love it.
That's what life's all about.
It really.
kids.
Oh, and baseball.
Oh, and baseball. That would have been an easier thing to be, for sure. Yeah. Probably would have made more
Beers,
sense.
bullying, and baseball.
Yeah, would have made more sense.
Okay, well, if you have to add a fourth B, the butts are there.
I am wearing a backwards hat, which I know is Amanda's kryptonite for women.
It really is.
And I was like really proud of myself because
I wasn't even going to say anything about it, but.
Well, I put it on and I was like, I have not worn a backwards cap in years. And I was like, I wonder if I still look cute in a backwards cap. And then I put it on and was like, oh, the hoe's gonna love this.
You were like, Amanda is going to
be sexually aroused.
Yeah. In my Dr. Evil outfit, I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Well, lucky for you, I love bald men with gray eyebrows.
Yes.
Score. We're never beating the allegations.
Cheers to that.
Oh yeah, we're drinking out of, if you're not watching on YouTube or a clip on Instagram or whatever. Actually, these will be on Spotify, right? You put these on Spotify?
Yes.
So you can actually watch these on Spotify. We're drinking out of these really cool glasses that Amanda brings out every year that are like skull hand wine glasses. Skeleton hand, I guess they're not skulls.
Yeah, skeleton hands.
That would actually be cool if the wine glass part was a skull.
Oh.
Get them on the horn. Get Marshall's on the horn.
How'd you know it was Marshall?
I knew it because you love Marshalls.
Mr. Marshall, we have a idea for you.
And don't steal it. It's ours. I'm trademarking it right now. I'm on my computer trademarking. Do you hear me clicking? Do you hear me clicking and clacking over here? That was
She just trademarked it.
It's been trademarked.
It is now in the internet atmosphere. It is trademarked. You can't take it. Okay.
See, these are the times that I wish that we were more popular on YouTube, because I think a really fun, like, you know how people, like the kids make like edits on TikTok?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, you know, like, all night in here, or like whatever, a song, a man, a man. Like these would be funny ones to do it too.
Yeah, but I don't know how to do any edits ever.
No, and you can't make an edit of
anything.
yourself. That's embarrassing. Like,
oh, that's true.
a fan, it has to be a fan. It's called a fan edit.
Like a fan cam.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Where they're like, hello, Mr. Doctor. Sorry, you're not. I need to put some respect on you.
Evil.
You're doctor. You're not a mister. You're a doctor.
I'm a doctor.
See, like that would be the intro. Would be like, sorry, you're not a mister. You're a doctor. And then it'd be like, a man. And you'd be like, it would be like you in like slow-mo, like laughing and like,
yeah.
She's giving you some good stuff.
I'm stroking
right now.
my pussy cat.
Stroking the cat.
Yeah, you guys don't even fucking know. If you can't see me, you don't know.
You don't even know. And
don't
it's
even
really
know.
good. When she picked me up in her car, because once again, don't drive, whatever, I'm a child. But she showed up and she had like a hoodie on and like a hood over her bald head. And all I could see was her scar. And I said, are you going to be Emperor Palpatine?
I could have.
You could have. Honestly,
I could have.
It would have been a very, very similar fit.
Mm-hmm.
I think he is eyebrowless though.
Oh, yeah.
Because I asked her, I was like, does Dr. Evil have eyebrows? Like I had to like recall.
He does. They're just very gray.
They're just very
So
gray.
I bought a gray eyebrow pencil.
Committed to the bit.
My husband was like, oh, are you going to like blend in the bald cap? And I was like, no. And he was like, why not? And I was like, nah, I don't got time for that.
They get what they get.
I don't
And
got
they
time
don't
for
throw a
that.
fit. Okay.
Sorry, I was late. I was throwing a fit.
Oh, we should make one of those.
Oh, we should.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, Amanda and I are going to go see the new Conjuring movie tonight.
Yeah, I was invited this time.
I'm really excited. It's going to be fun.
I'm very excited.
And then we're going to go eat hot dogs.
I tried to watch The Conjuring last night and then we fell asleep.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I have only been watching Seventh Heaven.
Yeah, okay. What was that about last night? I wake up this morning and you send me all these videos of Seventh Heaven.
My fiance.
He's on a Seventh Heaven
He's on
kick?
a Seventh Heaven kick and he's making me watch it. It's all he stayed up until
Okay.
like 3 a.m. watching it last night.
So now you stopped Degrassi to watch Seventh Heaven. I'm a little annoyed.
I don't have control of anything.
Yes, you do.
I am but
You are
a
a-
vessel.
No, you are a powerful woman.
I am in 99% of the world, in our world, in 99% of it, I make the rules. I boss.
Yeah, you girl boss.
The TV, I don't boss that much.
Come on, Andrew. Seventh Heaven
Okay, Seventh Heaven, also hilarious.
wasn't hilarious.
What?
I thought you were saying like holy hilarious.
Like, holy hilarious. But no, it's like, it's so funny. They send one of the characters away, like to their grandparents' house because they think that she's spiraling because she has one beer.
Oh,
And she knows somebody who gets arrested for pot. She didn't even drink the pot. She didn't even smoke the pot.
we would be sent away
Oh.
real fast.
Oh, they would have disowned us decades ago.
Wait, so okay, I never watched Seventh Heaven. Like I think I watched like a couple episodes here or there just because I think Barry Watson is really hot.
That is the older brother.
That's the oldest brother, I believe.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
That's like half of the plot lines is just that he's hot.
Well, I mean that makes sense.
And he
'cause
drinks a lot of milk for some reason.
to keep his bones strong.
Gotta keep your bones strong.
He's a growing boy. Now I don't fully know, but I'm envisioning because I could be wrong.
Okay.
Are they all full siblings or there's step
No, they're all
siblings?
full siblings.
Oh,
and
okay,
there's
'cause
7 of them.
Why did I think that there was a Jessica Biel Barry Watson romantic
No, they are brother and
plot
sister.
line? Okay, great.
I mean, even if they were half, that would still be.
Do you know how many movies I've seen that they do that in? A lot.
Okay.
A lot.
Upsetting. That's very
Or
upsetting.
Step. Step is a big one, obviously.
Yeah, that's a whole porn category.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies.
Which,
Cruel
for the
Intentions.
record, guys, is still incest. You're still
Yeah.
weird.
Oh no, yeah.
I am. Am I kink shaming you? Yeah, I am. Let me bring out Kink Shamer 69. My old
That was your
handle.
screen name.
My old screen name.
Oh no, King Shamer 69. She's back.
Ooh, she's risen from the dead. Ooh. Don't watch incest. You're weird.
You're a weirdo.
I don't know. Like, ask Game of Thrones about that. Apparently, it's like 90% incest. I never watched that show.
Oh yeah, it happens in the first episode, I think.
Good.
Because I watched the first episode and I turned it off and I said, I don't like that show.
Remember,
And I never watched it again.
Remember when Ted Cruz liked an incest porn tweet on 9/11? That was one of the best days on the internet ever of my life. It was so funny. I will never forget the screenshot.
I think you sent that to us recently, actually.
Yeah, I
in the
said
group
I
chat.
sent it to you. I said never forget.
Never forget.
This is the day that Ted Cruz liked a porn incest tweet right after tweeting about 9/11. And then he was scrolling and he said, "Ooh, this busty stepmom and her stepson are about to do it."
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yep.
know what? Sometimes your finger likes things by accident. I don't know. maybe that's what happened. Who knows? The amount of times I have accidentally liked things and then had to quickly unlike it because it was an accident.
Yes. My thing is, I think that if I ever get like canceled for something that I like can't defend, it's gonna be for liking a comment or a video that I didn't watch or read all the way through.
Right.
And I'll be like, nice. And then I just kept scrolling. And then people were like, at the end, they said like that like we should be beheading babies in the streets. And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I didn't get that
It
far.
started out as a skit about eating at a restaurant. And I said, relatable. I eat at restaurants. And then I lost interest and kept scrolling.
I actually do have to pat myself on the back real quick.
Ooh.
So our friend, your ex-sister-in-law, Amanda,
Mhm.
who we love,
Hello, Amanda. We love you.
she texted me the other day, kind of like out of nowhere. And she was like, I just wanted to let you know that your reposts on TikTok are so good. And they always resonate with me, like no matter what
Oh.
I'm feeling.
Yeah, it's the Amanda thing.
And I was like, you're welcome, babe.
It's the Amanda effect.
That's right.
Because you're both named Amanda.
I mean,
Just saying.
I think we're onto something here.
You're both named Amanda. You guys are almost the same age.
Yeah, she's like a year older than me.
Yeah.
She just has 1,700 kids.
She does have
And
a
I have
lot more kids
none.
than you. Well, you have this beautiful naked cat toy in front of you.
This 2-inch naked cat.
Oh, the bottom of him is so upsetting.
Let me see.
Do we have a pen? I want to put a little butthole on it.
We can definitely do that at the commercial break.
Who are we talking to about cat buttholes?
Probably so many people.
Where they were like, they put lipstick on a cat butthole? Oh, that was
No,
me when
you
I was
were
on Wine and Crime.
The
'Cause
way I immediately remembered that part of that episode.
Because we just, spoiler alert, we just talked to Lucy and Amanda. And so I was like, just combining those 2 sessions in my head. Oh, that's so
I do
funny.
remember that from that episode because I
Yeah.
was laughing really hard.
Yeah. Oh, man. Cat buttholes.
Cat buttholes are crazy. And like sometimes
And they're just out and about.
they're out and then they like deliberately put them in your face and then like sometimes they're red for no reason. You're like, did you strain?
Yeah, you're like, what am I, are you asking for help right now?
Yeah, like, are you okay?
Yeah. Is this a cry for help or a cry for attention? I need to know.
Oh, not the cat butthole.
Okay, because you're like so skin colored right now.
What do you mean?
It reminded me of a
Do I look like the tip of a penis?
of a lot. I was gonna say a lot. You even have the vein. It's a lot happening. No, I was gonna say because you're so skin colored right now, it's reminding me that somebody posted recently, and guys, I wish I could remember people who post things. It was already viral, so like it has more attention than anything I could give. But they said that people who are colorblind can't see green, and so they can't see that like Shrek and Yoda are green, so they're just like Caucasian to them.
No. No.
Can you just imagine just like a pale Shrek?
Speaking of Mike Myers, another beloved character.
Yeah.
Shrek.
Yeah.
Well, there is human Shrek, and he's
No, I know,
pale.
but I'm talking Shrek the ogre
Oh.
because they can't see green.
That's probably very confusing.
Very confusing. They're like, I don't really get the point of this. Why does this guy look like this?
Like, he's just a big dude.
What's up with the ears? Is that like a genetic mutation?
And he's like, I'm an ogre.
yeah,
Just like that.
that.
I'm not very good at impressions, guys.
She's in her impressions era.
I don't know if you realized when I've already tried to do impressions on this podcast.
No,
I'm not
Mike
very
Myers
good.
loves to do his like weird, bad, fake Scottish accent. I love it for him.
Oh, he does it in so many different characters.
Oh, you know my favorite movie ever. So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Yeah, which I've never seen.
Go cry yourself to sleep on your huge pillow. Look at that size of that thing. It's like an orange and a toothpick.
Okay. You're one-upping me. I
Sorry,
get it.
I just love that.
I get it.
Me and my dad quote that to each other all of the time.
I gotta watch
Look
it.
at the size of that head. It's like an orange and a toothpick. Why don't you go cry yourself to sleep on your huge pillow?
I'm sorry. Did he get canceled? He did, right?
Who?
Mike Myers.
I don't know. Did he?
I think he did.
What am I supposed to know about now? This is terrible. I can cut this out. We're not allowed to be friends with him.
Oh, no.
anymore.
I don't. I mean, all of his previous work.
All right.
I feel like because there was a reason why him and Dana Carvey stopped being friends, and I just want to know why.
When I typed in Mike Myers canceled, nothing comes up.
Oh, then maybe he wasn't. Maybe I'm making that up, or maybe it was Dana Carvey.
Don't talk about Dana Carvey like that.
I'm sorry. I think it was one of them said something problematic or something. I could be wrong though. I could be making this whole thing up actually. Maybe it was in a dream.
The only thing that comes up when I type in Dana Carvey canceled is that he canceled a show in 2023 because his 32-year-old son died of a drug overdose.
Oh.
Just had an accidental overdose.
You know what? I might have made an entire
I was going to say,
situation up.
I think those are two of the only comedians who aren't currently canceled.
I might have made that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I just assume everyone at some point is canceled.
You're just like, old white guy got to be canceled.
Am I wrong?
No, I think that's a safe assumption.
It's because the kids today, they see the movies that we used to watch as kids, and they're like, oh no. Oh no.
Oh, my favorite thing is like every 6 months, somebody on Twitter, like some like 17-year-old on Twitter discovers Tropic Thunder.
Oh my God.
Which like I stand by is like one of the best movies
It's
ever made.
so good.
So funny.
Yeah.
And they're like, guys, did you know that Iron Man did blackface? And I'm like, oh man, you didn't even watch the movie, did you?
Do you even know the point of the character?
You did not watch that film at all.
No. I remember that was happening, I think last year.
Oh no, it literally happens like I'm not 6 to 8 months. I'm not kidding.
And the fact that they can't appreciate the really, really insane movies that we used to watch just upsets me.
I don't like them either.
All of them?
For the most part. Like you're always like, come on, Sex Drive. And I'm like, I would rather.
Sex Drive.
Isn't that one of
What
those
a
movies you told me?
random
Because you told me recently that you were like, I love that movie.
Sex Drive?
It was like that and
No, I know what it was.
What was it?
Because you don't like this movie, but I watched it so many times as a kid, and so it's like nostalgic for me, even though I get it. I get that it's problematic. I get that it's gross. But Eurotrip,
yeah. Just same idea.
I know, but I can't help it.
I just can't stand that. I like that's
and also
definitely
the fact
that's definitely my like boomer thing is I'm like, I can't stand like misogynistic humor movies. They piss me off too
The
bad.
fact that I watched that movie as a child
Are you listening to this,
is
Annette?
a little upsetting.
Are you listening to this?
She definitely did not know.
Oh,
She's in the kitchen. She's making eggplant parmesan.
you better figure out.
I'm
This is why your daughter's such a pervert.
I'm 12 years old watching Euro Trip in the living room. My mom has no idea what's happening.
This is why she's dressed like a penis right now.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Everything else is wrapped up tight.
That's right. That's right, baby.
But yeah, Caucasian Shrek. Can't get over that.
No, that's wild.
Man, these are good.
They're so good.
Want to know what sucks?
What?
I don't know. Just like my whole life, I just like figured like technology and like science would keep getting better.
I mean, it's supposed to, isn't it?
Yeah, but then like they keep canceling cancer research.
Oh,
and,
right,
like,
right. Yeah.
everything good research. And they're
Mhm.
like, just kidding. Actually, now you can't even take Tylenol. And like Trump just canceled like the biggest cancer research thing ever, right? Because he was like, we can't afford it. And then it's like, okay, whatever. So like that guy sucks and that sucks. But I'm like, I always just was like comforting myself, like, you don't have to take care of your body that much. Science is gonna get there. Like there's gonna be a pill one day and it's gonna be like you never smoked a cigarette.
I mean, that could still happen. Apparently, they're still making that pill that keeps your dogs alive for 7 extra years.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fucking move to China to get that shit though.
Yeah, that's fair.
And an affordable apartment.
That's true. You know what? We already knew we were screwed, Cassidy. I don't know. I don't know what you
No,
want
I'm
me to
just
tell you.
concerned because now I'm like, well, great. I can't just be like drinking lemon drop martinis out of a wine glass in the middle of the day. If they're canceling research that can grow me a new liver or whatever.
I mean, if we're only drinking on the days that we record and then some other days.
I was just about to say, bitch.
And then like a few other days.
And then like a few other days and then like a handful of benders a year that are like a couple days long. And then like also there's like New Year's and Thanksgiving and Christmas.
All I'm saying is I think we'll be fine. Take it from me. Dr. Evil.
She's a doctor.
I'm a fucking doctor.
Did you go to medical school?
Are
I
you
didn't
kidding
think
me?
So
I have a ring with the Illuminati sign on it.
exactly.
So you can trust me.
Grow up.
Come on.
Grow up. Well, I know some people who don't need to grow up at all.
Not even a little?
In fact, they're perfect the way they are.
Yeah.
And I am, of course, talking about our new cool kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So let's welcome some of our new patrons. I just wanted to say thank you so much to Christy C.
Hi, Christy.
I like that your name is spelt like Christy Carlson Romano.
Ooh, good.
Raven F. That's a new name. That's
Raven?
a cool name. You're using every letter nobody uses.
Ooh, I like it.
that a lot. Raven or Ravon F. Jessica J.
Hi, Jessica.
Amanda D.
Oh
no,
it's
not,
an Amanda
not
thing.
another Amanda. And Paige H.
Hello, Paige.
Thank you guys so much for joining our Patreon. I hope you guys are enjoying all of that bonus content. We just released a really fun new vlog from the Queen Mary where we went ghost hunting with our friend Kadra and our friend Kate. And soon we're going to be having a new vlog about Castle Dark, which was our first Halloween event we went to, which we had a fucking blast.
So much fun.
Oh, it was better than I expected. I'm going to be honest.
Let me just
it's kind of
tell
a
you-
small, it was kind of a small place.
Yeah, it was a small place. So fun. And there will be at least 20 minutes in that vlog of us playing miniature golf.
Oh, I don't think any of you are physically, mentally, spiritually ready for what it's like to play miniature golf between me, Kate, and Amanda.
No, it was truly one for the books.
Watching those videos back, I was like, wow, I don't know if there's anybody who would actually survive our friendship besides us.
I don't know how we found each other.
It's crazy.
It's like actually insane.
It's insane.
Because like if I was someone on the outside looking into that situation,
Yeah.
I would be like, these bitches are crazy.
They're insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're screaming at each other.
Screaming at each other. The people behind us were the most polite couple in the entire world. And they were
So
just
quiet.
so quietly waiting to go behind us. And I was like, are they just not having any fun because they're so quiet? And then I realized like, oh no, we're just all insane
Yeah.
people.
How many hole-in-ones did I get?
3.
I did. I fucking did. And we didn't get any of the hole-in-ones on video, and I'm so pissed.
We did not, because they were mostly miraculous.
They were pretty miraculous. I don't think any of us expected that to happen.
No, it was a lot of bouncing and going off trail. And mostly a lot of Kate being a bad sport, which is usually the case.
Oh, yeah. I thought she was going to throw her club at one point.
Oh, I thought for sure she was going to try and beat me up. Just for existing. I didn't even say anything.
But it was really fun.
But yeah, so that'll be on the Patreon very soon. We have, like I said, lots of fun stuff coming for October. We're probably going to try and do a live in October as well. I think
we definitely should do a live.
Yeah, so make sure you guys are on there so you can get info about that. And yeah, check it out. Thank you guys so much. Patreon is one of the main reasons we get to keep doing this show. And you also get ad-free episodes just for $2 a month. So if you're in the spirit, check it out. You can get a whole year for only 10 months worth of paying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You get 2 months free if you pay for the whole year.
Yeah.
What a deal.
Go check it out, kiddos.
I also have some birthdays to shout out.
Shout them out. We'll get that burp out.
Sorry.
First.
Actually, one birthday, one anniversary.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So 2 of our cool kids, which are a couple, obviously, you know the saying. I don't even have to repeat it.
Mm-hmm.
They've been our cool kids for a while. Matilda wants us to wish her fiance, Mahoney, a very, very happy birthday, who is turning 23.
Mahoney's one of our cool kids as well. Yeah.
Yes. And I know no one likes you when you're 23, but we do.
No one likes it when
you're 23.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I went and saw them live.
Did you?
When I was like 16 or 17, my boyfriend at the time bought me tickets like for my birthday or something. And I got elbowed so hard by a grown man in the nose. I'm right like in the front, right? I'd been like camping there all day because it was a festival. So literally the security guard goes and just puts his hands under my arms and lifts me out of the crowd. And it's like, goodbye, medical tent that way. And I missed half of the set. And like my boyfriend.
That's fucked up.
My boyfriend was texting me like, where are you? Like we camped out here all day. Like we got separated. And I was like, oh, I'm just back here bleeding.
You are prone to nosebleeds too.
I am. So. I have an easy bleeder nose.
I also have an anniversary shout out.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that.
Sorry. So I wanted to say happy 1-year anniversary to Marissa and Shara.
Happy anniversary.
Who they actually found our podcast when they were on a 22-hour road trip. And then they listened to us for hours.
Oh, and now you're having your anniversary.
Isn't that so sweet?
That's very cute.
I know. I was like, the fact that you listen to us for that many hours and still like us is kind of crazy, but thank you so much.
That's what I say to my fiance all the time.
Honestly, real.
Oh, you have more?
I don't have more. There was one thing I just wanted to mention really quick.
Yeah.
Really quick. I know we've said it before, and I love you all so much. If you are hearing ads
on
Spotify that clearly do not align with us, and you know us, we did not do that. We have no control over it.
We're not running ICE ads on our shows.
No.
That's what she's trying to say.
Yes.
Because Spotify can pick and add ads to our show. That is not us. Basically, they just do that on their own. You can probably imagine if it's not our voice and it sounds like nothing we would approve.
Yes.
It's not from us.
Yes.
But we don't have control over that, unfortunately.
And I know you, and obviously everyone is very nice. They know that we did not pick those, but
yeah, fuck ICE.
Yeah, but just want to let you know that has nothing to do with us. Yeah. So sorry that those are being.
You can complain to Spotify.
Yeah, projected to you. It is very annoying.
That is very annoying. Yeah. Well, on a brighter note,
yes.
I just wanted to say thank you to Sarah Elizabeth who bought us some beers.
Ooh.
And Sarah said, "Hi, ladies. We're loading up for another road trip, this time from home, Central Illinois, up through New England. Come on, Bigfoot."
All right.
Ooh, yeah. With my fiance, Nathan, and our 2 fuzzy little cryptids, River and Finny.
Cute.
Possibly they could be dogs, but we're not sure. As always, you're coming with us. This trip is a special one. We're celebrating Nathan's 40th, October 4th. Oh, so soon.
Oh my gosh.
Literally in a couple days. He's reached official, quote unquote, local legend. He's somewhere between Bigfoot and a man spotted buying beef jerky at a rural gas station. Please help me wish him a happy birthday so he can enter his 40s properly, blessed by the DTK coven. I know that's right.
Wow, I love that.
Thanks for keeping us laughing and unapologetically feral. Never change unless it's into Mothman, then absolutely change. Until we all get beamed up, peace, love, and questionable roadside diners. Sarah.
That was amazing.
That was amazing.
Also,
happy birthday, Nathan. 40.
happy-
40, I feel like is such a good birthday.
so good.
So much better than 50. Everyone puts it on 50.
Yeah, I think 40. I've told you this before.
You say that 40 is going to be your hottest
I
year.
think 40, that's going to be my
Yeah.
time to shine.
No, I know.
So I know that it's your time to shine, Nathan.
Yeah.
And also love that we got another road trip couple.
We collect road trippers, man.
Wow.
They love it. And I love it too. I'm a big road tripper. So
I
makes sense.
hate being in a car. I like to drive, but I hate being anywhere else in a car because I get car sick.
See, I'm the opposite. I hate driving. Love being in the car.
Well, that's why
That's
we're
why
made
we're
for each other.
Perfect couple. So much better than me and my fiance, who both of us are passenger princesses.
Yeah,
That's a dangerous combination.
That's a problem, actually.
Yeah, when people are like, "Oh, you guys are getting married. Is there anything you need to work out?" I'm like, "Yeah, who the fuck's gonna drive?" But luckily, he has a truck and it's stick shift, and I can't drive stick shift. So
you're set, basically.
sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, you're just the passenger princess forever.
What am I supposed to do about it?
Really nothing.
Clearly.
Sorry.
Well, on that note, should we get started?
Yes.
Let's do it. All right. Today, I'm going to be talking a little bit about Felicity, California.
Okay.
This has been requested to me since we started the show by a million people. I just never knew how much actual information there was going to be. And it turns out the guy who founded it is just as interesting as the town itself. So let's get into it.
I love this. I've never heard of Felicity, California.
All right. So my sources were historyingranite.org, an LA Times article by Mike Anton, Culture Trip by Katie Watkins, an article on AZ Family by Alexandra Rangel, and of course, Wikipedia. So before we dive into Felicity itself, let's talk about a man named Jacques-André Istel.
Okay.
And all of this
I dated a guy
information-
named Jock.
Good name.
Yeah.
Jacques, was he nice?
That was my first boyfriend ever.
Jacques or Jacques?
Well, it was supposed to be Jacques, but he Americanized it to Jock. So it was Jock.
So he was French.
Yes. Yes, that was his ethnicity or nationality, yes.
Like actually French or like
No, like American.
So his parents named him Jock.
No, his name was Alexander.
Okay. Well, we don't have time to unpack that right now.
But he was my first boyfriend.
I
He
have
was
no
really
comment
nice.
on Jacques. He Americanized his nickname. Okay.
It was his middle name.
Okay. We can't right now. We can't deal with this. I have a lot to. I
We'll
have a lot
talk
to
about it
cover.
later.
Yeah, we'll talk after the movie. Okay. So our Jacques, he was born in 1929 in Paris, France. And at just 11 years old, him and his family had to actually flee France because Germany was invading France, Paris. And so in 1940, he moved to the United States.
Okay.
At just 14 years old, he hitchhiked across the United States to just check out the lay of the land.
Wow.
He studied economics at Princeton University and graduated in 1949. He also served in the U.S. Marines during the Korean War and actually retired at the rank of lieutenant colonel.
Okay.
After that, he circumnavigated the Earth twice in a solo plane. But
wait, what?
What do you mean?
Like
what?
he flew a plane?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, Jacques.
And he went around the world twice.
You're doing a lot.
Oh, he's a badass. But he's especially known for picking up parachuting in 1950. And he actually is the one who popularized parachuting as like a sport or like a pastime in America by going from college to college. And he actually was the leader of the American parachuting team. They actually call him the, quote, father of American skydiving.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a man.
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
Yes, he is.
That's going to be on my fan cam.
So in 1957, him and like his company that he had created, I think it was called like Parachute Inc., actually trained the United States Army in free fall parachuting,
Wow.
which was something that the Army had previously like completely forbade because they thought that it was too dangerous. But he was like, I figured out a way to do it. It's fine, guys. I got you.
You told me that you would never go skydiving, right?
Never. I'm
Mhm.
so afraid of heights. I don't even like the Guardians of the Galaxy ride or like that kind of stuff. I don't even like the droppy rides. They scare
Okay.
me.
Interesting.
You would go skydiving? You don't even like flying like normal.
I think I would, though.
I don't think you would.
You don't think I could?
You would pussy out so fucking. You'd be that person at the where they like when they open up and they open it up and you'd be going, oh my god, somebody stop me, please! I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't fucking care. I'm not doing it. That would be you.
No, I think I would cause a scene.
That's what I'm saying. You would cause.
But
a
I would do
scene,
it.
But no, you wouldn't. You would not do it.
If
You
someone pushed me out, if I'm attached
would,
to
they're
somebody,
not gonna push you out.
You're attached to
They
someone.
legally will be like, okay, you're not gonna do it because you would be freaking the fuck out. You'd be sobbing, crying, dry heaving. Are you joking? Amanda, goodness, imagine yourself right now. You don't even just fly in a normal plane. Now imagine that plane has wind rushing through it and you're standing at the precipice and you can see the curvature of the earth and you're looking down and you go, maybe this parachute will open. Do you really think you would do that?
You're making me sound like a neurotic.
Oh, what? I'm making you sound neurotic?
I couldn't even get through that sentence.
I think between the two of us, I'm much more likely to do it than you. And I know that that is something I would never want to do.
Yeah, probably.
You were scared because our flight to Idaho was on a slightly smaller plane than like a Boeing.
It was scary.
It was still a normal sized plane for the record. See? Yeah.
My Sphinx cat says, no.
Sorry, it's actually Amanda would do it, but the Sphinx said no.
Listen, I have to listen to what my Sphinx cat says.
And she said no.
She's small, but she is
Mighty.
mean.
just like me.
You.
So the students from the Army that he ended up training became the first members of the U.S. Army very famous Golden Knights parachute team.
Oh, okay. The Golden Knights.
To quote New York Magazine about him in 1959, they said, quote, he has the unabashed drive of a young adult gorilla in especially fine condition.
Okay.
So he's thought to be the first sport parachutist in America to ever wear a helmet mounted with a camera in an attempt to record images during their free fall. And this is directly from Wikipedia, obviously. He also opened the first ever professional like parachuting company where you could go and like do it for sport.
Okay.
And that was in Orange, Massachusetts. He thought that like putting the camera on his helmet would be a great way to advertise how fun it is to do this, basically. His family was incredibly wealthy, as you can imagine. His dad was super disappointed in the fact that he left his very prominent Wall Street banking job to get into parachuting.
Yes, I understand.
Because one of his brothers actually was very high up and worked for the Rothschilds, which, if you know, you know.
I do know,
Yeah.
actually, surprisingly.
But let's get into what made him more known in our neck of the woods.
In Felicity.
You know, the strange neck of the woods.
Yeah. Listen, if we're there, you know it's strange.
So back in the late 1950s, Jacques had bought about 2,800 acres of desert on the border of California and Arizona. He had actually purchased this with like a group of 8 other investors, but throughout the next 20 years or so, people were like, hey, I have no interest in developing this land, or hey, we were sold this as great farming land and that's not the truth. And Jacques was very committed to this land, so he just kept buying back people's portion until he was the sole owner of this land.
Okay.
So when I first read this, I actually assumed that he originally had bought it to use it as like a parachuting site, but apparently that was not the truth.
That would be smart.
Right? Because that's what I'm thinking.
Because
like,
you need like an open...
when you go somewhere to do skydiving in California. It's usually like in the middle of the desert. Apparently he had bigger plans for this. Like originally he was like, maybe I could cultivate it into like a neighborhood, or maybe I could cultivate it into ranch land or into some sort of farmland. But that didn't really ever happen. But he did say that he fell in love with this portion of the country when he was originally in the Marines, and he was driving to San Diego to Camp Pendleton, and he had drove through this area and just said that he loved it since then.
All
yeah.
right.
So he kind of had like this history of just already being drawn to this piece of land.
So this place is kind of in between us and San Diego?
No, in between like Tucson and San Diego.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. I've actually driven past this before, but we'll get to it. So in 1985, our buddy Jacques wrote a children's book titled Co, The Good Dragon at the Center of the World. And this book is actually incredibly difficult to find anything about. It has about 2 stars on Goodreads.
Oh, no.
But luckily for me, I found some weird conspiracy guy who live streamed himself reading it like 2 years ago. So shout out to Enter the Stars on YouTube for that.
Wow, love you.
Yeah, for doing the Lord's work.
Someone's gotta.
So based on what I watched, he was throwing in a lot of like personal what he thought about it, but I just wanted to see what the book was about. The premise of the book is about a dragon named Ko, who was like the chosen one, and he's like ancient, and his family lived at the center of the world, and he's a dragon who's going to solve all of the world's problems. And the only person who can talk to him is Jay, who is clearly an self-insert for Jacques in the book. And the Dragon Co. tells him about this place called Felicity, which he says is the center of the world and the known universe, and that Jay needs to go there and build some certain stuff, and gives all kinds of instructions, and also says that he is a dragon that is to comfort all children of the world, and that whenever a child feels a warm feeling on their cheek, it is a kiss from the Dragon Co.
Well, that seems pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's very bizarre and very poorly drawn. I'm not going to lie to you. And there's a lot of conspiracies about everything about it, and we'll get into that later. But one of the big ones, like when you look up anything about this, is there's like a little map of the world in the beginning of the book. Because obviously they're talking about the center of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, one of the main cities in China that's highlighted is Wuhan. And there's like a very specific like latitude line that goes straight through Wuhan, and so people obviously like conspiracy theories are like think it's like a whole thing with the New World Order and whatever. We'll get there. And COVID, because that's where COVID started. Okay, I was wondering. I was like, why are you not?
I did not put 2 and 2 together.
Wuhan is where COVID was first.
Got it.
Yeah. All right, so he released this book because he had just founded the town of Felicity, which actually he named after his wife, Felicia.
Oh, okay. I was just hoping her name would be Felicity.
No. And this is in the Sonoran Desert, right on the border of California and Arizona. It's literally like 11 miles west of Yuma. So if anybody is in the Yuma or Tucson area, it's not a far drive from you guys. And actually the way Felicia and Jacques met is really cute. So Felicia was a writer for Sports Illustrated magazine back in 1962, and she was sent to go interview him because he was the president of the World Parachuting Championships that year.
Cute.
And according to Felicia, Jacques, quote, interviewed her back just as seriously as she was interviewing him. And she just immediately fell in love with him. And she actually ended up following him and flying with him in a small plane, crossing war zones, going around the globe. And Jacques said he believes that to keep a woman, one must cherish, protect, and amuse her. And amuse might be the most important of all.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
So good on you.
They're little cuties.
I love that.
Yeah. They've been together for like over 60 years. It's really cute.
Wow.
So this is just west of Yuma, Arizona. And he first starts out with building a marble and glass pyramid and proclaims that this is the official center of the world. And not only the world, but also the known universe. So as we know, the universe is ever expanding constantly at a consistent rate. And he's saying that this specific location at where this pyramid was built is where it all began. Like the Big Bang basically started right there.
Not the Big Bang.
The Big Bang. And he surrounded this giant pyramid with kind of, it looks like a big like sundial or wheel. And there's 8 different like pieces of the pie around it.
Okay.
And he calls this the history of humanity in granite.
Okay.
According to the LA Times, the rise and fall of the world's empires over 5,000 years required 5 panels. An etching based on Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel ceiling, the hand of God giving life to Adam. This stretches over 3 panels. The Renaissance will fill up at least 110 panels. And Istel estimates the 20th century will need a bunch as well. So basically, he's like, I'll show you a picture of them
Yes,
so you can kind of
please.
get like an understanding. It literally looks like a big sundial in the middle of the desert, basically.
Ah, yes.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
you can see like in the middle is the pyramid, and then he has these like big, these are the pieces of granite like coming out from it. And on these pieces of granite, he has the history of the entire human race.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's big too.
It's huge. And then he also has a sundial that actually has God's finger as the pointer, basically.
That is God's finger.
Yeah, from that very famous painting, obviously.
Wow.
Yeah. To quote Jacques himself, he said, quote, "I struggled with putting Plato, Aristotle, and Socrates on one panel. How do you reduce the life of Alexander the Great so that it fits on one panel?" And he also said, "You might ask, what qualifications do I have to write human history? Well, I would ask, what were my qualifications to design parachutes when I was just a banker?"
You know what's funny?
What?
I was thinking that.
What his qualifications were to design parachutes?
No, what his qualifications were to do this, but he is making a good point.
Yeah, he worked on Wall Street. And then I guess based on everything that I was reading, he basically like jumped out of a plane once when he was in the war and then was like, I think I could just do this. Like, I think I know how to figure this out. And then he became like the top guy.
You know, some people just got it like that.
Some people just got it like that. That is such a great way to
And
put it.
Jacques, I think he's got it like that.
I think he's got it like
Yeah.
that, everybody. So actually on May 21st, 1985, it was written into law that the official center of the world with the geographic coordinates longitude 1114 degrees 4555.35 west and latitude 32 degrees 45 inches or 45 feet and 1.38 inches north was confirmed by satellite courtesy of General Dynamics to be the center of the world.
Whoa.
That is when he christened his 21-foot granite and glass pyramid as the official center of the world, trademark by the way. And
he fucking went on the internet and trademarked that.
Just like me, baby.
Even though I don't think there was internet back then.
And then the following year on March 11th in 1986, Felicity was legally established as a town by the Board of Supervisors in Imperial County in Southern California.
Wow. So Southern California is the center of the world.
According to this guy.
That's crazy. Good for us.
He said one of the reasons that he wrote the book is because how are you going to say no to a fairy tale? Like, what are you going to say that Little Red Riding Hood actually wore blue? How are you going to say this isn't the center of the world?
He's not wrong.
I know.
He's not wrong.
He's got the funniest logic in the world, and I love it.
But it also makes sense to me. Because I was literally I've had this conversation so many times with different people about like, okay, who wrote the Bible? Not God, but people that claim God came to them, right? Who wrote the Book of Mormon?
The way I
Joseph Smith.
Had this discussion with my fiance last night.
I talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
I just had this conversation with like 2 different people last week.
Yeah.
My mom and my husband. But I'm like, I'm sorry. People can just like say things and like how can you tell me that that's not what it is? You know what I mean? If all of you guys are believing that these two or whoever wrote the Bible because Jesus came to them and told them those things, you're okay. You believe that, right? You guys believe that Joseph Smith found golden plates on a hill and wrote the Book of Mormon. Okay, you believe that. Like, how are we to really know what is true and what is not? Sorry, I keep on doing this every episode where I get a little crazy.
I love it. I'm just letting you go. I'm like, yes, queen.
You're letting my freak flag fly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what friends are for.
I know, but soon enough, we're going to get a lot of comments about people being like, is Amanda okay?
Is Amanda okay? She's fine. Look at her.
Look at me.
Does this look like somebody who's not okay? Truly.
I look pretty fucking normal.
She looks really fucking normal.
Okay.
So you better back off.
Yeah, that's right.
Back off, jack off.
But I'm just saying.
No, I know exactly what you're saying.
Okay, thank you. Because I feel like I didn't make any sense, but I feel like you also understood what I was saying.
I did, yeah. So the second thing that he put in the town was actually a chapel on a hill. And he said he is himself not a religious man. And to quote him, he said specifically, "I am not a particularly religious man. But if you're going to build a house of God, it's got to be on the highest spot in the town."
He's right.
So he brought in 150,000 tons of dirt to build a hilltop to which he can put the church on.
I support him.
So the church bell that was actually, that's in the church was gifted to the museum from the ambassador and Madame Jean-Marie Delay, because like I said, he is French, and he's actually like kind of revered in French. He's like won a bunch of medals and stuff for like being a badass and whatever.
I mean, he gets shit done.
Yeah. And then the craziest thing that he owns, which I didn't even know was a thing, are these spiral stairs to nowhere.
You know I love a good spiral staircase.
And guess what? Those are from the Eiffel Tower.
From the Eiffel Tower?
They're from the Eiffel Tower.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty crazy, right?
And they're just there? They're just in Felicity?
Yep.
Wow.
Pretty crazy.
Should we go?
Yeah, let's go. I'm down. We can go to Yuma right after. I love Yuma.
Yeah.
So those stairs to nowhere are 25 feet of metal spiral stairs from the Eiffel Tower. And these stairs are at the center of a lot of controversy because people think that they represent some Masonic imagery.
Ooh.
So remember how I said one of his brothers works for the Rothschilds and his dad was like a famous banker?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So there are a lot of theories surrounding Felicity and the reasons that it was actually built.
Oh, no.
So a lot of people think that it's like some sort of like Freemason Illuminati hotspot, especially because it has the pyramid.
Yes.
And inside the pyramid, he has this weird book that he wrote. And then they're collecting things like spiral staircases, which spiral staircases have a lot of meaning in Masonic and Illuminati imagery. Obviously, so do pyramids. And so with that Rothschild connection, people have obviously put a lot of meaning on like, oh, maybe this guy knows like when the end of the world is coming and shit.
Well, he would have told you guys that the rapture was not happening.
Oh,
other week.
He knows when the actual rapture is happening.
Yeah.
For sure, this guy does.
He was like, just so you guys know, it wasn't happening in fucking September of 2025.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, so there's a lot of conspiracy theories. Also, when you talk about his book, like I said, the guy who's like live streaming, there's a lot of stuff that I don't even know about, like Freemasonry or whatever, about like numerology, where they're like counting the number of spines on the back of the dinosaurs in the books and stuff, and they're like, oh, there's 17 and there's 17 steps on the thing, and like that's a Masonic thing, kind of like similar when we talked about the Winchester Mystery House. Like, oh, why are there this amount of steps?
Yes,
and yada yada, this amount of doors.
You, for years, by the way, told me that you were going to do like a deep dive on Freemasons.
Because we touch on it so much.
We do.
It's like one of those things where I'm almost like, have we not said what's going to be said, I guess?
No, I guess that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I'll cover it. I don't know. Do you guys want me to? Just let me know.
I do, and I'm the only important person here.
Oh, sorry, forgot. He's the only important person here.
I'm a doctor. What do you mean?
There's shoulder pads in this thing, by the way. But yeah, so there's a lot of people who like read into the imagery of the book and like also like, oh, warm kisses on kids, like Pizzagate type stuff. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. You can kind of get into it on Reddit. There's actually not a lot about this, which I think is why I put off covering it for so long, because like I was expecting like really crazy deep dives into the conspiracies around it. There's really not a lot. It's like kind of like just the standard like Illuminati Rothschild thing. Nobody really has like, oh, this is why this is what we think they're doing here.
Yeah, because there's really no rhyme or reason.
There's
right?
only 2 permanent residents in the town, and it's literally him and his wife.
They still live there?
Yeah, they're both in their 90s now.
Oh, we got to go ASAP.
Yeah.
Before they kick the bucket.
And I think that's the only place you can buy the book too. So
oh, we need to go.
I actually thought it was a very sweet story because he just seems like a really eccentric man who like loves his wife and like decided to basically make and dedicate this whole place to his wife because he's like kind of a weirdo. And one of the quotes from their website is, quote, "From grateful immigrants to our nation and to humanity," because both of them are not natural born American citizens. They both immigrated here and love the country. And I think that's just another piece of proof that immigrants are doing the most fun, funny stuff.
We already knew that.
Yeah.
We knew that.
Hell yeah, we knew this.
I know.
We're from LA. Of course we knew that.
I know others don't know that, but we knew that.
Yeah. Like, oh, an immigrant who fled the Nazis. Remember when people used to flee Nazis? Isn't that fun? Now we've got other situations happening.
Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, so that is some backstory on Felicity, California. I just thought it was a really interesting place. You'll also see sometimes it referenced as a place in Arizona, but it is technically like 10 miles over the state line.
So my question to you is, isn't the Freemasons and like the Illuminati like not really like a good thing?
Depends who you ask.
I guess that's true.
What do you mean not really a good thing?
I mean, isn't it something that we should be like a little wary of? Like we're not like yeah, bring on the Freemasons, bring on the Illuminati.
I mean, if you believe like a lot of conspiracy theorists, they're already the ones in charge.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And we need to get our fucking asses to Felicity, California ASAP.
Yeah, I think it's only like a 4-hour drive.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go. Actually, let's see.
Remember when we said
map it right now?
I like to drive and you're the passenger princess? We got this.
It's true. I am a passenger princess.
Okay, so it is officially spooky season. So we are telling stories that we want to do. I've been wanting to
different than the rest of the year where we just tell stories that we don't want to do.
Exactly. Every other story I tell, I don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But finally, I'm like, I want to do these ones, you know?
Finally,
guys. Oh my gosh. It's like pulling teeth here. But I was very surprised that we have not covered this one because we have been doing this for many, many years now. And we're going to do it today.
Okay.
So, sorry. I don't know why I can't get the words out of
I think it might be the lemon drop martinis in a wine glass.
I think it might be.
It's not helping.
It's definitely not. So today we're going to talk about a case by many different names. So sometimes it's referred to as the Seaford Poltergeist. Sometimes it's Popper the Poltergeist. Sometimes, shout out to Cassidy, the Herrmann family haunting.
It's true.
But most importantly, known as the inspiration behind the 1982 horror classic Poltergeist.
Great movie.
Great. Okay. The first time I ever watched this movie is I had such a traumatic experience.
Oh, lay it on me.
I was like 10 years old. I think I was in like 6th grade. So maybe I was like 11. And this girl was having like a sleepover party at her house. And halfway during the night, she puts on Poltergeist. I had never seen it. I was not a horror movie girly when I was like 10 or 11. We're watching it. I get so fucking scared that I ran into her room and I started crying.
What's the scene that got you?
I think it was they're here.
They're here with their hands on the TV.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's a good one.
And I ran into her room. I started crying. I started begging her to turn it off. And she was like, what is wrong with you? And I was like, that is the scariest movie ever. I can't believe you would turn that on. Like, got into a fight.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were that girl.
Oh, it was traumatic. And then like more things happened later that night. Some like girls were like doing really mean things to other girls, and then people were calling their parents to come pick them up. It was crazy, but that was the first time I ever watched The Poltergeist.
Jesus. I've never been happier to be so much of a loser that nobody ever invited me to shit like that.
No, it's probably for the best, truly.
I only ever went to my friend Alexis, her and this other girl, Paulette. They knew I had the hookup on scary movies because my older brother had like a big binder full of them, and I could sneak them out and put them in my pants before I leave the house.
That's how you get the hookup. So don't ask her for cocaine.
No.
You can ask her for the scary movie hookup.
Drugs, probably not. Scary movies, which ones do you need? Girl, I'll wear something stretchy if you need.
She's pulling them out of her trench coat.
Exactly.
What do you want? Halloween, Poltergeist.
Oh, Alexis's grandma would always make us lumpia.
Oh.
I'd show up with the fucking horror movies.
Wow.
And they had like a rec room, like a tiny little rec room. It was like a little office that they turned into like a movie room.
This seems great.
It was great. But I remember when I showed everybody The Descent.
Oh, yeah. Which you've also showed me.
Real vibe killer.
Mm-hmm.
That and Session 9.
I've never seen that one.
Great. One of my tops, but
well,
oh boy.
You haven't showed it to me yet. So
I don't know if you'd like it. It's kind of a slow burn.
Probably not.
You fall asleep real fast.
I do. You're right. See,
you be falling asleep.
You know me too well.
I do. I know you very well. Luckily.
Thank God. So my sources for this were AmericanHauntingsInc.com, library.umbc.edu, ghostwalks.com, truelegends.info, trulyhorror.com, and an article on the Huffington Post by David Moy.
Love it.
Okay, so starting off this story, I didn't realize that this true story of the Poltergeist movie, it actually doesn't really even have anything to do with the movie, to be honest. It just was the inspiration.
Yeah.
There's really no correlation. But this case took place in Long Island, which another very famous classic horror movie case, Amityville, took place in Long Island. That was in the 70s. And as we know from that story, because Cassie obviously covered that when we first started the podcast.
Many moons ago. That was my stepdad's request because my stepdad is from Long Island.
So as we do know from when Cassidy covered that story, Long Island has a lot of, native burial grounds kind of in the area just all around. And a lot of houses were built on said burial grounds.
Colonialism is a cancer.
That's right. And that alone is a very big element for hauntings, typically. Yeah. And this also has nothing to do with my story. I'm so sorry. This is just a sidebar that I was thinking about. But Long Island, right? Haunted hotspot with all the burial grounds. Amityville Horror, the Poltergeist, Teresa Caputo, the Long Island Medium.
It all comes back to Teresa Caputo.
I'm just saying. I know a lot of people say she's fake, she's phony. She comes from a place where there's clearly a lot of activity, you guys. Don't fucking tell me she's fake. Okay? She knows what's going on over there. That's why she has these psychic abilities.
Look at her face.
Look at my fucking...
She's dead serious right now.
Look at my penis-shaped head right now.
It's just the wrinkles on the forehead. There's a lot happening.
Okay?
Yeah.
Listen, I understand that a lot of people don't like Teresa Caputo. Something about her, I love her. Okay?
Petting the cat for emotional support.
As you should. Anyway, let's get to the actual story now that I sidebarred too many times. So this story is about the Herrmann family.
Oh my gosh.
Not the family Cassidy's marrying into, a different Herrmann family.
But close enough.
Close enough. And this family consists of the father, James, the mother, Lucille, and their two children, James and Lucille. Okay. Which already red flags, like don't name your children after both of you. But of course the children went by Jimmy and Lucy.
Yeah.
But still.
I would hope so.
A lot going on there. So the Hermans were living at 1648 Redwood Path in Seaford, New York. James, the father, Mr. Herrmann, he worked in Manhattan for Air France. And Lucille, the mother, she was a registered nurse, but during like this kind of situation that was happening, I don't believe she was practicing at this time. She was more like a stay-at-home mom, but she had been on and off working at St. Luke's in Manhattan. Jimmy and Lucy, by all accounts, they were good kids. They were smart in school. And overall, these people were a, pretty good old all-American family.
Yeah.
So the Hermans had lived in this house since they bought it in 1953, and nothing strange had ever occurred over those years until the afternoon of Monday, February 3rd, 1958. So it's 3:30 in the afternoon, and Jimmy and Lucy have just gotten home from school, where they are greeted by their mother, who is a stay-at-home mom. And the three of them walked into the kitchen when all of a sudden they hear a very loud popping sound.
Okay.
So pretty quickly, they see that these bottle caps, like from around different bottles in the kitchen, are popping off of the bottles, flying into the air, and then the contents of said bottle is then spewing out basically like an explosion.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
So it's like, boom, cap pops off the bottle, immediately the liquid from the bottle explodes out. What the fuck is going on? This happens to multiple different bottles in the kitchen that are filled with like a variety of different liquids. And this obviously startles,
How many bottles do these people fucking have?
Well, it's like, it's a kitchen. I don't know. Isn't there like a lot of liquids going on in the kitchen?
I don't know. I guess most of my liquids are in the fridge.
That's fair. That's fair. But this is the 1950s. I don't fucking know what they have. I know one of the liquids that they did talk about was a liquid starch bottle that was in the kitchen. So
Old school.
Yeah. Starch today is more like a powder, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very different times.
Mm-hmm.
So this obviously startles the two Lucilles and little Jimmy. And when they leave the kitchen, they soon discover that other bottles of liquid around the home had also popped their caps and exploded like everywhere in other places. So there was an exploded bottle of bleach found in the basement. Bottles of shampoo were found opened.
That was the first one I thought. Yeah. I was like shampoo and conditioner or whatever.
And the contents are spilled out everywhere in the showers. Medicine bottles in the cabinets.
Ooh.
And even a bottle of holy water that Mr. and Mrs. Herrmann kept on their side table in their bedroom.
First of all, what are you doing with that in the side table of your bedroom?
Well, they are Catholics from New York, so.
I'm just saying, what kind of freaky shit are you getting into?
When did you get high? So all the caps on these bottles are different, like I said. Some were twist-off metal caps. Some were twist-off plastic. Some were like sealed metal caps. And none of these bottles contained anything that was carbonated, which I feel like would be the immediate thing that you would think of, right? Like, is it carbonated? Is there some sort of a pressure buildup? And that's kind of what a lot of people were chalking this up to at first, was like, there's got to be some sort of a pressure buildup into one of the bottles, kind of like when people drop Mentos into Coca-Cola.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? And then it explodes. Like, we all did that as kids. And if you didn't, you're too young for us, bro. Okay? So why would the same thing happen to multiple different types of caps and bottles throughout this house? So after finding the other exploded bottles around the house, Mrs. Herrmann was kind of like, okay, that's a little weird. Makes me feel a little bit uneasy here. So she calls Mr. Herrmann at work and she's like, hey, babe, there was a lot of popping sounds. There's bottles that we found around the house with like the caps off and all the contents spilled out around it. Like, what do you think this could be? What do you think is going on here?
Yeah, like there's clearly something.
Like, this is kind of freaky. And Mr. Herrmann's response is, and I quote, I am 35 miles away, dear. How should I know what's going on around there?
No, that sounds about right. Yeah. And honestly, he's real. He's real for
He's
that.
right, And he says, as long as no one has been hurt and no great damage has been done, I won't be coming home early.
I'm trying to make that cash.
He's a fucking savage.
Do I respect it? A little bit. Do I agree with it? No.
But listen, Mr. Herrmann, from all accounts, actually people have described him as like a no bullshit type of guy. And let me just tell you guys something right now. I myself am a New Yorker, okay? I grew up with a New York dad.
Mm-hmm.
They are no bullshit.
Yeah.
My dad, Jerry, would also be like, why are you bothering me with this right now? I don't have time for this. I actually don't give a fuck.
What am I supposed to do? I'm so far away.
What am I supposed to do here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get it. The rest of the day goes by, and around 7 p.m., Mr. Herrmann pulls up to his house. And when he gets inside, he kind of starts to do like a little investigation of the bottles. He's looking at them, examining them. And although he was kind of a little confused off the bat, he's like, okay, these are all like different types of caps, different types of bottles we're working with that are just popping out of nowhere. Mrs. Herrmann and the kids seem to have gotten over the whole thing by then. Like, it's been hours. So they were kind of over it.
Yeah, they're like making jokes already and stuff. Yeah.
So the whole family kind of just chalked it up to being like just this weird thing that happened. No big deal. And especially when nothing happened the next day and then the day after, they were kind of like, all right, we're really just moving on now. Like, nothing, it's not a big deal.
Fluke.
But of course, that did not last long. And on Thursday, February 6th, around the same time, 3:30 p.m., after the kids got home from school, the exact same thing starts to happen. The following day on Friday, it happens again. And once again, the holy water cap flies off. Holy water goes everywhere. So Mr. Herrmann, he comes up with a theory. And his theory points directly to his son, Jimmy Jr. So Jimmy Jr.
Poor Jimmy.
Poor Jimmy Jr. He was apparently really into science. And he's 12 years old, by the way, at this point. But he was really into science. That was kind of like a thing that he enjoyed. So Mr. Herrmann is like, okay, clearly Jimmy has done something to these bottles in order for them to explode the way they did. Like, there's just no way. Like, this has to be him. So he spends all day Saturday observing Jimmy and trying to catch him in the act. He's like, I'm going to fucking find this little fucker doing something.
Yeah, makes sense.
He's putting Mentos in these fucking bottles. I don't know what's going on. But unfortunately, the whole day goes by and he can't find any evidence that Jimmy has done anything nefarious. That Sunday, February 9th, Mr. Herrmann is once again on Jimmy's trail. He's watching him very closely. And at one point, they're in the bathroom talking, and Jimmy Jr. is like brushing his teeth. And Mr. Herrmann is kind of like confronting Jimmy at this point. So he's kind of blaming him for popping the bottles. Like, he's like,
what did you do?
What did you do? You're popping bottles in my ride like a blizzard. When we drink, we do it right, getting slizzard. Okay? Stop that. And fucking
what does this look like? A G6?
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Get real.
Get fucking real. And Jimmy is sitting there with the toothpaste falling out of his mouth. And he's like, Dad, it's not me. I didn't do this. Like, what are you talking about? And James Sr. is like yelling at him like, no, I know this is you. I know you're behind this. And Jimmy starts crying because he's like, I'm not doing this. This is not me. Like, I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah.
So as they're kind of arguing, a bottle of medicine slides across the counter and falls into the sink.
You want to see something? I'll show you something.
That's right. And before either of them can even react, a bottle of shampoo slides from the other side of the countertop and falls onto the floor. So now Mr. Herrmann has witnessed this strange event with his own eyes. And he also had his eyes pretty locked on Jimmy during this situation. So he doesn't know what to do. And the only thing he can figure out is he needs to call the police. Which
they always helped.
I love that in like so many of these cases, especially when it comes to like the Warrens, like all those cases and stuff, they're like, let's call the police. It's like, what the fuck are the police going to do in this situation?
White people just love to call the police.
Literally.
They can't help themselves.
So Mr. Herrmann calls the Nassau County Police Department and he basically tells them exactly what's happening. And the police officer is like, okay, well, it sounds like either someone is pranking you or Mr. Herrmann, you've been hitting the whiskey a little too hard lately.
Yeah.
Those are the only things I can kind of think of off the bat. But because the Hermans have never had a problem in the community, they're actually very known for being like a stand-up family. They've literally never called the police before.
They sleep with fucking holy water next to their bed.
Exactly. So you know that they're stand-up.
That they're legit.
Yeah. Lieutenant Richardson, he assures Mr. Herrmann that they will have someone stop by and investigate just because they're not known to be like
hooligans,
annoying or con artists or whatever. So an officer stops by the house and he's very skeptical of what he was walking into. But within moments of being in the house, he hears and witnesses multiple bottles in the bathroom popping their lids off and almost hitting him in the head. So he's like, okay, maybe there's something happening here. Yeah. I'm not going to investigate further.
It's none of my business personally.
I'm just a police officer.
I'm no priest.
What am I going to do? So he's like, I got to call in the big guns. Enter Detective Joseph Tozzi.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. And people have described this man as having a sharp and pleasantly cynical mind, and he is a keen observer of detail. So Joseph Tozzi, he shows up to the Herrmann house on February 11th, and he's also coming in here being very skeptical, kind of thinking like there's got to be a very scientific explanation for what's happening to these bottles. And he is set to be there like 24 hours a day, like monitoring this family and seeing what's going on. So as the days go on, Tozzi would document every strange occurrence that he witnessed. So more bottles were popping, things are sliding around. There was one night that Jimmy, Lucy, and their cousin were in the living room when a porcelain figurine flew off of a table and crashed onto the floor with like a very, very loud sound. But surprisingly to everyone, the figurine wasn't broken, even though it sounded like it shattered.
Interesting.
Mr. Herrmann also noted that one of these days, he heard the cap pop off of the holy water yet again, and the bottle was on the floor, and when he went to go pick it up, it was hot to the touch.
Ooh, that's always a bad sign.
That's not very good.
Yeah.
Sounds like the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just assuming that the devil makes things hot.
You would hope.
You would hope. He is in hell.
Yeah. After all.
You guys know. So over the almost month period of time that Detective Tozzi was investigating the situation, he had recorded over 67 weird and strange occurrences that could not be explained. So the police did end up bringing like a lot of the bottles as evidence into the police station to examine them, to make sure that there was no like weird chemicals that could be causing this pressure buildup, or like, at this point they're thinking, well, someone probably put something in there that was carbonated that could do this explosion. But they could not find anything. The house was also checked out by electricians, and even Tozzi went around the house and he checked all of the like outlets, all of the fuse panels to see if there was any sort of explanation for what could possibly be happening, and they could not find anything. So after they tried all of that, the family wanted to have a priest come in and perform an exorcism on the house. So Father William McLeod comes over and he sprays holy water all around the house and he kind of blesses all the rooms. But he basically tells the family, like, I can't do an exorcism on this house. I can only do exorcisms on individual people.
Okay.
Because this is the 50s and they didn't do that then. That was not very popular at the time. So he's like, I literally can't help you. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're stuck.
Good luck.
Sorry. So unfortunately for the Herrmanns, they now knew no peace. Everyone in town knew what was happening. And of course, the media outlets are also reporting on this now. Like literally, like the New York Times is reporting on this.
Damn.
So they're fucked. So multiple people in droves are coming to the house to see this mysterious bottle pop-in entity.
I would start charging a entrance fee.
Yeah. I mean, you're popping bottles.
Like a slizzard?
That's like
getting slizzard?
That's a club vibe. You know what I mean? Like they could have charged people. They could have put a disco ball up, had some music bumping.
Yeah.
We're popping bottles up in this bitch.
Yeah. It's like $2,000 for a table.
Mm-hmm.
$150 just for entrance.
Yeah. They really.
Unless you brought 4 girls, then it's free.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, but they have to buy a bottle still.
Well, duh.
Yeah. The table's free, but you got to buy the
But
bottle.
you gotta buy the bottle.
Yeah.
As long as you brought 4 girls and they're bad.
They have to be
They
baddies.
gotta be bad.
Yeah. They really missed an opportunity
Yeah, I was
here.
gonna say, we lived in New York at one point. We know.
We know.
We know the rules.
But people also were coming to obviously ridicule the family, which they got plenty of. So Tazi, he ends up bringing in like science-y people to the mix.
Okay.
Because he's like, I'm just a detective. What do I know? Let's bring in people that know science. And he brings in this guy from Duke University, Mr. J.G. Pratt. And when he goes to the house, he's there with Tazi and little Jimmy Jr. They're all in like a room together. And in front of all of them, allegedly, a record player flies 20 feet through the air and crashes into the wooden staircase banister and shatters.
Okay. So this time it breaks.
It does, yes. And as Tazi is bending down to examine the record player, something else starts occurring in the kitchen. So Mrs. Herrmann, she had just put a loaf of bread on a plate that she just baked, and she set it on the kitchen table. And then she left the room for a few seconds. And when she came back, the bread and the plate were smashed on the floor in the corner on the other side of the room.
Oh man, you don't even know. So like, I love to bake bread.
It takes a long time.
It takes so fucking long.
Yeah.
Do you know how pissed off I'd be if not only did you smash my bread, but you broke one of my 4 plates? I only own 4 plates.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when Mrs. Herrmann came back, like, I don't know if she was screaming because she was like scared that it flew across the room, or if she was pissed because my fucking bread, my bread. How are you gonna do that?
And if it was sourdough, you had to proof it even longer. Oh my god,
it's just rude.
I'm pissed off already for her.
It's not nice.
Mm-hmm.
So something to note is that allegedly J.G. Pratt and Tazi had only seen the record player flying across the room from the corner of their eye. So they didn't get like a full look of it levitating off the ground or anything. Same with the bread plate. Like I just said, this happened when Mrs. Herrmann left the room. So a lot of the time, these witnesses were witnessing the aftermath, or like
they couldn't be like 100% sure of like, yeah,
like they didn't see the thing lift up into the air on its own and fly. They would just see it like either in motion or it crashed on the ground, which kind of lends to one of the main theories of this situation. So once again, these people are very confused with what is happening in this house, and they want to get to the bottom of it. There was a woman named Helen Connolly who lived in Revere, Massachusetts, who had heard about this, like read about it in the newspaper or whatever. So she wrote a letter to Tazi explaining to him that she was experiencing very strange things in her home for months. There was chairs and furniture that would move around the house all the time, like seemingly on their own. And she said, well, it turned out there was no ghost in her home, but instead just a heavy draft coming from her fireplace.
Okay.
And once they put like this like metal vent on top of the chimney, the moving furniture stopped. So she was basically like, yeah, this sounds exactly like what happened to me. It's not actually a ghost. It's not paranormal. It's just there's a draft or something. It's an easy fix.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, no matter what the Herrmanns did to stop any sort of drafts or electrical problems or anything that could possibly be happening, nothing would stop Popper the Poltergeist, which is obviously what they named him because he was popping bottles.
Like a slizzard.
Like a fucking slizzard. God, he was a slizzard, let me tell you. So things just continued, and pretty much the only explanation that people had was that this had to be little Jimmy playing a prank. So one night, Tazi hears a loud crash coming from Jimmy's room, and he runs into the room as fast as humanly possible. He busts open the door, and he sees Jimmy sitting in his bed with the covers over his legs, but his very, very large and heavy bookcase is crashed down on the floor. So Tazi is like, okay, well, if Jimmy did do this, he would have had to race into his bed like pretty quickly, but it's still not impossible. Like he could have done this.
Yeah.
And on another occasion, a globe from the bookcase flew out of Jimmy's room, almost hitting Tazi in the head. And when Tazi ran in again, once again, Jimmy is sitting in bed with the covers on. But when he's like, okay, this still could be Jimmy. I don't know. Like, it's possible.
Like, he needs to see it happen.
Yeah.
When he's also got eyes on Jimmy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Another thing that was noted by Tazi and the investigators is that any strange occurrence only happened when the family was home and awake. So if the kids were at school or people were sleeping, nothing weird happened. Literally ever.
And I feel like when you're sleeping is exactly when weird stuff happens
And
normally.
Typically, that's what happens, right? So that makes this main theory of this all being a hoax done by Jimmy Jr. kind of make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I can see it.
People that don't subscribe to this theory, they do put forth the reasoning being that Jimmy is only 12 and there's no way that he could have not only figured out how to do all these things, like by popping all the bottles in different rooms and like configuring the time and everything, let alone throwing these very heavy items across the room without anyone seeing, which in my humble opinion, I do agree with. I think that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I do think I can imagine not seeing like an item out of the corner of your eye, like moving, whatever, but a person moving an item, you would.
I feel like you would see it, right? You would see him throw it. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel.
And then run, like.
Yeah, like.
I don't know.
I get it. I feel like it definitely is possible that he did these things.
Definitely possible, but it just, yeah.
But I just
that many adults
know.
around, it's very strange. Adults love to blame stuff on kids, so you think that they would immediately be like, I saw you, bitch.
Exactly.
You know
That's
what
what I'm saying. Like, nobody actually definitively saw him do it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm kind of like, ugh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And also, no matter how many times people confronted Jimmy, like literally his parents confronted him, the police confronted him. We're like, bro, you got to confess. We know you're behind this. We know you're doing this. Little Jimmy would just fucking cry every time and be like, I'm not doing this. I have nothing to do with it. Like, you have to believe me.
Yeah.
And honestly, that just makes me believe him more. Because I don't know if you ever had an experience like this, but I remember there was a time I was like 9 years old and my friend Stephanie got into her mom's makeup and like used her makeup, and her mom started yelling at her, and Stephanie said, I did it because I wasn't at the house. Because she didn't want to be in trouble.
Yeah.
And then my mom, oh my God, my mom still to this day feels so bad about this, but she confronts me about it. She thought I was lying. I'm crying my eyes out going, Mom, I didn't do it. And she's like, Amanda, they're saying you did it. Like, Stephanie said you did it. Like, you had to have done it. And I'm like, why would I do that? I'm literally bawling my eyes out. And 2 days later, Stephanie ends up telling her mom the truth.
Admits. Yeah.
And then they call my mom. They're like, we are so sorry. And my mom bought me so many dolls. She felt so fucking bad. I was like, why would I lie? Like, I just feel like if a kid is crying like that, like, I don't know, I would believe them.
I don't know. I know a lot of liars.
Even if they're like bawling their eyes out, being like begging you to like believe them.
Yes, girl. What?
I don't know. I guess it's because I had that traumatic experience.
I was gonna say,
I want to like believe him.
You clearly are not around enough fucking 11-year-olds.
Because I get it. Like, kids are little shits, obviously. But I just feel like if you're confronted that many times, like, you probably would come forward at some point. I don't know. I feel bad for Jimmy. I believe him.
I do feel bad for Jimmy, but also I know that kids are liars.
Yeah. Anyway, at the end of February, more scientists came to the house to investigate. And during those days, Popper did not show up at all, which was kind of another big reason for the hoax theory. They were like, interesting when people have eyes on Jimmy 24/7, even though people already did. But they were like, Popper never shows up. And then on March 2nd, when the Herrmanns go to sit down at the kitchen table for dinner, they all witness a plate fly out of the kitchen cabinet and shatter onto the ground. And then that evening, Jimmy's side table in his room flipped over. So it was kind of like Popper, if you believe that this is a poltergeist,
it's acting out.
Popper was kind of like, fuck you for having these scientists in here. Like, I'm still here. I'm just fucking with you all. On March 10th, Jimmy and Lucy are getting ready to get into bed for the night, and Tazi and J.G. Pratt are in the house with the family when a loud popping sound is heard from the basement. So everyone rushes downstairs, and they see a bottle of bleach standing up in a cardboard box in the middle of the room, and its lid was missing. So they were like, okay, that has to be the popping sound. And then that was it. Popper never came back again.
Peace out, Popper.
Peace out, Popper.
You know that meme where it's like the guy doing the peace out sign,
Yeah.
he just like fades out? That's Popper.
That's Popper. Popper's like, I gotta go, actually.
I did what I needed to do, and now I'm gone.
Popper's like, fade to black.
Uh-huh.
So experts, scientists, psychics, and detectives, and even a guy that I've talked about many, many times, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yes.
Who was in the Ghost Club and all the things.
Mm-hmm.
They continued to investigate the house for weeks after March 10th, but nothing ever happened again. And no one could ever give a definitive answer on what exactly was happening in the Herrmann house.
As it should be. Leave it up to mystery.
So, of course, like I said, the main theory is that Jimmy Jr. did all this and it was a hoax. What I think happened, in my opinion, I think that Popper was attached to Jimmy because he's 12, right? So that's kind of like the age where he's...
Puberty is the age, they say.
He's going through puberty. So I think Popper attached himself to Jimmy. I think he was trying, because I think Popper's a little bit of a dick, I think he was trying to fuck with Jimmy and get him in trouble for these things.
Yeah.
So he would only do it when Jimmy was home or Jimmy was awake. So he would purposely make sure that people thought it was Jimmy and get him in trouble.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah. And then poor fucking Jimmy is crying his eyes out. Like, please believe
like
me.
Like Amanda with the makeup.
Exactly. Like, I didn't do it. You have to believe me. And Popper's just fucking laughing his ass off somewhere in another realm.
Dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I think happened.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I mean, once again, poltergeists particularly cling on to people going through puberty for a reason.
That
because
they
are
do.
emotional, they are irrational, and they are not believable.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I also think it's very, I find it very crazy that this is the inspiration for the Poltergeist movie, because there's not really that many similarities to that movie.
I mean, that's the thing about inspiration, right? Like, inspiration is just, you hear it and it like, it's just the spark.
Yeah, that's
flame
true.
is everything you think of.
That's
not,
true.
that's why it's not, based on a true story of this is the true story, you know?
Yeah.
Otherwise they would have capitalized on that more
That
if
is
it was
true.
more of a
That is
retelling, like one of the Conjuring movies or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that being said, there's a lot of haunted things that did happen on the Poltergeist set that I do want to talk about.
Did we not talk about that on our haunted movie sets? Because we talked about the Exorcist. I thought we talked about the Poltergeist too.
We did not.
We did not?
Because it's a little more intense, I think, than...
For some reason, I thought we already did. I'm shocked.
I know.
I'm shocked and terrified.
Color me shocked.
Color me shocked. Well, thank you for sharing that. That is a big boy. I can't believe we haven't covered that one either.
I know. But it's Halloween.
Ooh. So tonight, I bring to you...
Oh, are you going to do a listener story?
A listener story from Emma.
Emma!
Yeah, can you get dressed up? Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm also in my spooky garb now.
Thank you. So Emma, sorry, I have to zoom in on this because I'm not wearing my glasses and I'm blind. Okay. This is from Emma.
Emma.
So Emma says, "Hi, ladies. Just listened to the newest listener-sode and thought it inspired me to write in my own story.
Ooh.
Technically, it is mine and my boyfriend's story. Ooh, boyfriend. Ooh. Since it happened to both of us. Me and him started dating in 2020 when we were 15 years old. Ooh, that's the spookiest thing of all. Ooh.
Well, now they're 25.
I'm terrified of that. I'm so old. Okay. Sorry, gets here just in case. It's serious. We were broke teenagers, so our main date spot was our local beach. Since
Why
it was
did I say
free.
25? They're 20 now. I did the math
They're
wrong.
20. You did.
They were
wrong.
15.
I believed you though.
You did.
Why do you look like Lady Gaga right now? You know which Lady Gaga I'm talking about, right? Where she like has the really white hair. Serve, girl.
Do I look like Lady Gaga?
You tell me. Okay, I'm so
Okay,
sorry, Emma. We're back.
Okay,
We're
sorry,
back.
sorry,
We're
sorry.
so locked in, and you're only 20. We're not aging you.
Got you.
Ooh. Since it was free. And we would get food and watch the sunset. Oh, that's actually really cute. Another thing that we would do a lot was smoke the devil's lettuce.
Yes.
I'm mentioning this because it is relevant later in the story. So, as I mentioned before, we would go to the beach a lot. I would say at least 3 to 4 times a week in the spring and summer. We live in Ohio, so those are the only good seasons to go. Oh, makes sense. And our beach is pretty big. It's right on Lake Erie.
Ooh.
And the way that it is set up is there are paths that lead up to a small lighthouse dock, another path that leads towards the sand and water, and another path that are small trails that go through the marshes just before the sand. On this one particular date we had on the beach, we had decided we wanted to take a longer walk down to the part of the beach we didn't normally go to. It was more into marshland, but it was still on the sand. We did this because we wanted to smoke a little bit and we didn't want to do it near anyone else as to not bother anyone. That's very respectful.
That is.
So this already was about a 10-minute walk back to the parking lot. So we smoked, we're looking for sea glass and rocks, and we're watching the sunset as we normally do, and the beach had randomly got empty. We couldn't see anyone in our line of vision at all. So we started to head back to our truck because that gave us a very odd feeling. The beach is usually so busy. Why was it so empty tonight?
I don't know.
Walking back to our truck, we finally saw a small group of people tucked away in a grassy part of the sand dunes, and they were around a decent-sized fire. They were all staring at us as we walked past, and it kind of creeped us out even more. Normally, my boyfriend doesn't get creeped out like that very easily, so the fact that he was creeped out too was even worse for me. Then we look back and see if they're still looking at us, and they were completely gone. We would have been able to at least see the fire behind us, but it was actually completely dark. Then I heard someone or something say, "Run!"
No. No.
It was in a whisper, but it was so loud that they were right next to me saying it in my ear. There was no one around us. I look at my boyfriend and he had heard it too. We were so scared at this point that we listened to the voice and we ran as fast as we could. Again, though we were running in the sand, it felt like we were running on top of peanut butter. We were going so fast, but it seemed like we were getting nowhere.
Ugh.
Okay, that's true. Running in the sand is literally like the hardest thing in the entire world.
Yeah.
Evil.
Yeah.
Running in sand is evil.
But anytime I've ever tried to like run after my dog at the dog beach, I'm like, why am I so slow?
Oh, even sometimes when I go to a beach where like there's a lot of sand before you get to the water, my calves are sore the next day because you're just like gripping. Like it's such a weird muscle thing.
Yeah.
Finally, we had made it back to the sidewalk path and we were about to get into the parking lot, and all of a sudden a park ranger comes out of nowhere, shines his flashlight on us and says, "You shouldn't be here." All we could say was, "Sorry, we're going back to our truck," and we ran and have never drove out so quick. I've told people about this story and they've said, "Oh, maybe you're just paranoid because you smoked," but that definitely is not the case. Like I mentioned, we have smoked quite often, and at this point, it did not have that kind of effect on us. Smoking was more something that we did to actually wind down, not get stressed out.
Ah, yes.
Also,
that's what I do.
Yeah. Also, the fact that we both experienced it at the same time was even more validation that I wasn't just being crazy. I don't know what it was or what was happening. Maybe it was something paranormal, or maybe it was just something trying to warn/save us. But it was the most scared that I've been in my whole life. I would love to know what you guys think could have happened that night or what you would do in that situation. Love you both and the pod. To me, in my personal professional opinion,
You are a professional.
I would say it sounds like you were about to see some shit you weren't supposed to.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too. Maybe you were on the old beach.
The beach that makes you old?
Yeah.
AKA my favorite beach?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what if they like saw something and then people were like doing witchcraft or whatever, like some dark shit.
Yeah.
And they saw them, they were like, "What the fuck?" And they were like, "Oh fuck, we need to do like a glamour to make us disappear so that these people can't see us."
Oh, it like put them in like a bubble almost?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
And then like some guardian angel was like, "You better fucking run, bitch."
No, I think everything you're saying makes total sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
What she said, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to have the same guess.
Now I'm going back under the veil. Yeah, that's my guess.
No, I have the same guess. I'm sorry. I'm stealing it.
Sorry, the bald cap is making you look like every bald. Did you ever watch Dune?
Yeah.
You look like the guy in the bathtub. You know, when he has all the black goo on him.
Not
well,
a snorting on cue.
We are who we are. Let's all remind you guys that Amanda and I are supposed to go to a movie together in 3 hours.
We are. We're doing that. I bought my tickets.
I bought my tickets too. Well, thank you. I love you guys. If you have a story you would like to share, you can do that at dtkpod.com/contact. You can also find our social media. You can find our YouTube if you want to see this. You can find our Spotify, and you can also find ways to review us. If you have not yet, please write a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen. We have like so many thousands and thousands of subscribers, but less reviews.
Yeah, guys, what are you doing? Help us.
If you like us enough to subscribe, it's so easy, especially on Spotify, to just go on and give a 5-star review, and that makes a world of difference. I know it sounds stupid, but that literally is how they like run their algorithm.
Guys, I look at her. A penis.
She's a big penis.
So you better write a review.
To save the penis.
What are you doing?
I'm taking a picture or video of us. Also, shout out to my friend Bree who made this hat and gave it to me. So I had a Long Beach hat.
It's very cute.
Yeah, she's very talented.
Wow.
But yeah, so thank you guys so much for listening. And most importantly, make sure you keep that front door locked.
Make sure you keep your mind open and keep drinking the Kool-Aid.
Home run, everybody.